Hi guys, RL250 here. Welcome back to the channel for my review of the daily races this week on Gran Turismo 7, where I'll be covering the daily races from this week with my thoughts on each one and how I got on. And if you get any use out of the video, like and subscribe for more Gran Turismo 7 content, including new daily races each week, online time trials and other single player tips and tricks. Thanks! Let's go. Daily race A was at a super circuit in the Racing Kart 125 shifter. 8 laps on the Sport Soft tyres, 1 times fuel, 1 times tyre and BOP. As I'd not driven the Racing Kart 125 shifter in a while, I figured it'd be best to get out on track for a couple laps of practice, to get the kart under my feet and see how it handled. And the practice paid off, as I found the Racing Kart 125 shifter initially feisty, but after a couple of laps of racing, things quickly settled, and the racing overall onto Subaru's hairpins and long corners was really enjoyable, and there were some great battles to be had throughout the week. I found myself often coming back to this daily race just because of how fun it was, and serving as a nice circuit breaker from the more strenuous daily races B and C. Definitely a daily race I'd come back to if it was an option in the future. Really good fun. Meanwhile, daily race B was at Mount Panorama in the Group 3 cars. 5 laps on the racing hard tyres, 1 times fuel, 1 times tyre and BOP. This race was one of my least favourite tracks when it comes to pushing. While I do enjoy driving at Mount Panorama, I just couldn't seem to hook up the laps when it came to race pace, especially driving down the mountain into the Forest Elbow section. But I kept going and managed some okay results in the end. Although could have been better, maybe need more practice, as I don't really drive here very often. Still, had good fun though, on a track that can be very unforgiving if it goes wrong, a case of pushing hard without overdoing it. I guess it's just one of those things when it comes to Gran Turismo 7, there are tracks you're good at and tracks you're not. And daily race C was at Trial Mountain in the Group 4 cars, 10 laps on the racing medium tyres, 2 times fuel, 3 times tyre and BOP. Unlike Mount Panorama, this race had an element of strategy. With increased tyre wear, it was important to look after the tyres, paying attention to the tyre wear while pushing hard for the result. This made for some interesting racing. Having raced on Trial Mountain a few weeks back in reverse, it was a case of learning how to go forwards again. But this wasn't really an issue, and we were up to speed in relatively no time, and in the main, enjoy driving on a track I'm more familiar with, and in a car class as mentioned last week, I enjoy driving. Overall, it was a good long race to add to the mix this week, and maybe with increased fuel wear, the race could have been even more interesting, but it was still good nevertheless, and I enjoyed it. So now, I'm going to rank the daily races for this week from worst to best. So this week, my worst daily race is daily race B, then it's daily race C, and once again, my favourite daily race for this week on Gran Turismo 7 is daily race A. What did you guys think about the daily races this week? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the brand new daily races next week on Gran Turismo 7. Thanks for watching, bye!